Hello everyone, Fernando here, and today what I have is something that I picked up today at my local antique store. This is a 2010 Toy State Road Rippers RC Motor Muscle 69 Dodge Charger Daytona. Now, when I saw this at the antique store though, I was expecting it to be the music version, but then after I took it off the shelf, after looking at it, it was confirmed to be an original version, given that it not only plays music, but mainly, since I always pay attention to these a lot, it has the yellow circle on the antenna, which I will get to in another time because I do have the later version of this one, which is the '70 Ford Mustang Mach 1 351. So I'll do a comparison after I'm done repairing it. So right now I want to focus on the Daytona. Now when I saw it, I tested it, but the thing started acting funny at first when I got it. Well, when I first saw it, but I didn't even bother to even see why it was acting up. Turns out that the switch for it was off, but I already flipped it back on, so yeah. But even then, it still wasn't performing as expected. So yeah. So at first, after I bought it, I took it home and I thought, the batteries must be bad. So yeah. Well, there was a slight electrical issue. At the same time, it was having trouble receiving signal from the controller. So yeah. But since I was able to sort of reset it, now it actually functions properly. So yeah. So with that being said, put new batteries in it, and it worked fine. But then after testing the original batteries to see if they were low, which I thought they were, turns out they were not. So again, it was having issue getting signal from the antenna, well, from the controller. So yeah. So with that out of the way, here you go. Otherwise, it also has an issue of its own. The gear for the turning, the 8-tooth gear for the turning mechanism is split. Well, it can turn here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, it can turn. However, now sometimes it will be able to turn, but only left, but it doesn't turn right at all. So, yeah, so definitely there's a split 8-tooth gear. So, yeah. And with that being said, here you go. But otherwise, it's able to go back and forth. So, watch this. And just for the thrill of it, I'm also gonna play music. It plays Wild Thing. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and fix the Daytona, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Pro tip when opening a Toy State RC item, be very careful when doing so, because since the wires themselves tend to be mounted onto the roof of the vehicle, well, given that it doesn't show the copper sheet, which I'll explain, if you yank it, it's not only gonna rip it, but you're gonna also end up ripping the soldering point by accident. So you gotta be very careful when doing so. So yeah. Now, since this one doesn't have it for some reason, I don't know if the other ones do, but I know when I took apart my Mustang, my '70 Ford Mustang Mach 1 351, mine had the copper sheet, and so did my 007 Mustang Mach 1 351 Ram Air. Yeah, both of them had a sheet of copper. So yeah, so the non-music Motor Muscle and my 007 Mustang, yeah, both had a sheet of copper, but this one doesn't have it at all. So yeah, but regardless, still do take that into consideration. So yeah, but otherwise, now that I have it open, I'm gonna go ahead and open the gearbox, so that way I can replace that split 8-tooth gear. So yeah, and I'll also provide you with tips on handling, or at least reassembling, the gearbox. So yeah, otherwise I'll see you guys when I'm done. Okay, so now that I'm inside the gearbox for the Daytona, I checked the gear for the motor, and thankfully it is not split. The 9-tooth gear, well, I thought it was an 8-tooth for a while there, but it turns out it's a 9-tooth. But yeah, anyways, well, I'm grateful that it's not the 9-tooth gear that's split. I mean, you can replace it, but my point is, while I don't have to replace that gear, however, unfortunately, it is worth noting that the crown gear for this one is split. So Yeah, I don't know how easy will it be to find a replacement of one of these, but thankfully I just so happen to have a spare one of one of these from my first 007 Ford Mustang Mach 1 351 that I got 3 years ago. So yeah, the one that is now in parts, which I'll explain why. So yeah, but otherwise, since it's the same thing, just that when I took it off, it slid off. So yeah, it slid thankfully. So yeah, well, this one is just on there tight. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do. But otherwise, now that I have a spare one, I can just go ahead. First slide the motor back on, and then the gear, and we should be good to go. So see you guys when I'm done. So now that I have the new crown gear on, now when putting those gearboxes back together, make sure first when you do desolder those wires so that way you don't lose control or accidentally break one of the contacts from one of these. So for one of these, so yeah. Otherwise, when replacing the gear after you desolder it, well, after you're done, put the motor underneath, and then put the gear on top, and then make sure when you screw it, make sure that not only does it connect right, not only does it fit in nicely, but make sure it's enough to where it could actually make the wheels turn left and right. So yeah, so you do not want like grinding noises or like a stiff mechanism. So yeah, as demonstrated right now, because I already fixed it, I already readjusted. So yeah. Well, anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of it back on. So yeah, see ya. Now that the Daytona is finally fixed, you can finally go left and right again without grinding or struggling, so, or even getting stuck, thanks to that new crown gear I just replaced. So yeah. Kind of interesting with how, well, kind of find it strange that it doesn't have two LEDs like on the pop-up headlights, while it only has two on the vents, because normally like the real ones would normally have two LEDs. Well, an LED on each pop-up headlight, but oh well, can't complain about it other than that. But it is still cool regardless, however you put it. So yeah, and just for the thrill of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and play the song just to end it up. So hope you guys enjoyed this repair video, and I'll see you guys again next time. So yeah. If you want to check out more of my content, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications to get the latest updated content and stuff from my YouTube channel. So, see you there.